You go.
So, first off, we're gonna start with cleaning, and even before that, you would want your long hair, if you have any, like pulled back in a ponytail or something. And then, first off, yeah, there we go. Just gonna squirt down everything, and then, just wipe it off, as you would do with any kitchen, to keep it nice and clean. And then make sure everything is nice and dry so you can actually start doing your own cooking and preparations and stuff. So before everything, you would want to wash your hands and all. So just get some soap and wash underneath your nails and like in between your fingers and stuff for about 20 seconds or so with warm water to get everything off.
First, you're gonna need 4 tablespoons of unpopped kernels. Next, you're gonna need about 2 tablespoons of popcorn oil. Alright, so now that you got your popcorn, now you're gonna have to cook it over the stove. Make sure while you're cooking it, you put a lid on top of it so the popcorn doesn't fly everywhere. And when you'll want to cook it at about medium heat. You want to cook that until it stops popping, or it starts popping a little bit less. Now we're gonna make the caramel. So you're gonna need 1 cup of packed brown sugar, a half cup of corn syrup, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 2 sticks of butter. Okay. Now you're gonna want to cook the ingredients to make the caramel. So you're gonna want to heat it under medium heat. And we're gonna wait for the butter to melt down before we start to blend them together. Okay, so now once the butter is melted, we're gonna blend it, mix it around, and with an electric hand mixer. This will make it easier to stir all the ingredients around. Once everything is mixed around, now you'll just wait a little bit. You'll want to stir constantly. Okay. Once the ingredients have caramelized, you're gonna want to turn off the heat and take the caramel off the stove top. Now you're gonna want to let it sit for about 5 minutes so it can cool off. So now you're gonna want to put the popcorn in a roasting pan. Make sure it's all spread out. Now we're gonna want to put the caramel in. Make sure you cover all the popcorn with caramel. Make sure it's evenly spread out. Put a coat over all the popcorn, a coat of caramel over all the popcorn. Now you're going to want to use a whisk to stir all the caramel around to make sure the caramel is evenly divided. Now you're going to want to after you've stirred all the caramel around the popcorn, you're going to want to start preheating the oven to about 250 degrees. Now you're just going to wait till that warms up and then you could put the popcorn in. Now that the oven is preheated, you can begin to bake the popcorn. So you're going to put the popcorn into the oven. Make sure you wear oven mitts. And you're going to put it in for about 45 minutes and make sure you check up on it and stir it around every 15 minutes. After about 15 minutes, you're going to want to take out your caramel corn using oven mitts. And you're going to want to put it on a surface. And you're just going to want to mix it around again. Then after that, you're going to want to put it back into the oven. And you're going to want to wait for about another 15 minutes. Alright, after another 15 minutes, you're going to want to take it out of the oven. You're going to want to stir it around using a whisk. Make sure the caramel is spread around. After you're done with that, you're going to want to put it back into the oven. And wait another 15. After baking for 45 minutes, you're going to want to take out the popcorn. And put it down. Turn off the oven. And you're going to want to put the caramel corn onto a wax paper or parchment paper is fine. After letting it cool slightly, you're just going to want to stir it around, make sure everything is split apart. After you finish, now you can add seasonings which help enhance the flavor. For example, you can add a quarter teaspoon of salt. Mix that around. And that is how you make caramel corn, and then you're ready to serve it.